So good day, classmate. Today I will be reporting about forensic photography, specifically on its history. So let's have a little bit of history by starting with what is photography. Photography, it is the art and science of reproducing image by means of light. Sabi dito, it is an art. Why? Because in photography, it's not as easy as taking pictures, okay? In photography, it demands and it requires a certain set of skills, a certain set of talents, okay, in order to produce a successful photograph or image. Where in fact, one photographer may do it better than the other photographer. Kaya siya tinawag na art. Next one is science. It is a science because it follows a certain process or methodology wherein kung mapapansin nyo, the two of the essential parts of photography is chemical process and sensitized materials. And lastly, sabi doon, reproducing image by means of light. Why light? Light is very necessary in photography, okay? This plays a very important role in photography. Why? Because it helps create a successful image or photograph. Kaya it is necessary to control and manipulate light. Photography comes from the word phos or photos, which means light, and grapho, which means writing, or graphia, meaning to draw. And the person who coined the word photography was Sir John Frederick William Herschel when he first wrote a letter to Henry Fox Talbot. Mamaya makikilala natin ano nga ba ang contribution ng dalawang to sa photography. Next one is the phases of photography. We have two. We have technical and forensic. Technical, this is the basic concept of the reproduction of image. Take note of the word basic concept, okay? Basic concept meaning you take pictures, it will be stored, and it will be developed. That's the basic concept of photography. However, in forensic, this is the application of the concept of photography in legal perspectives Ibig sabihin nito, ginagamit siya or pinupunta siya sa court which will serve as an evidence in the administration of justice. Next one is picture and photograph. Ano nga ba pinagkaiba ng picture and photograph? Picture, this is general term referring to all images form. Meaning, ito yung mga naka-store sa cellphones, sa cameras, sa memory card, ganun. However, photograph, this is the product of the processes of photography wherein the output had already gone the process of photography. This is somehow called as the parang yung kinalabasan, parang ganun. Next one is the usage of photography in police work. We have two. Okay? Itong personal identification, this is the first application. Take note of the word first application of photography in police work. Okay? Wherein ang unang police officer na gumamit nito is si Alphonse Bertillon, which is now known to be the father of personal identification. Okay? Wherein ginamit niya ang photography sa mugshot, or kung alam niyo yung mugshot, yung wherein kung may criminal, meron silang hawak na paper or something, tapos meron silang info doon, nakalagay yung info nila doon, that is mugshot. Next one, for record purposes and documentation. Okay? Kung yung una, personal identification, it is the first application. Ito namang for record purposes. This is the utmost use of photography in police work. Okay? Huwag kayong malito doon. Okay? This is the utmost work. Tapos yung isa, the first application. Okay? Next. Let's now go to photography's amazing history. Dito natin makikilala, okay, yung mga tao behind the development, okay, or the growth of photography. First, we have Sir John Frederick William Herschel, the person who coined the word photography and also accidentally discovered the infrared photography. Paano niya nga ba na-discover ang infrared photography? Okay, during his experiment, meron siyang glass prism, okay. wherein yung light or sunlight, it passes through the glass prism and then it disposes a rainbow of colors na tinawag nilang spectrum. Tapos which will later be known as infrared. Okay? And this Sir John Frederick William Herschel, he is also an astronomer who discovered the planet Uranus. Next one is Leonardo da Vinci. Kilala naman natin lahat kung sino to. He described the earliest known form of camera, which is the camera obscura. Camera obscura means dark or darkened room wherein it projects an image of its surrounding on a paper. Daniel Barbaro, the man who first used lens to camera, okay? Kaya naman he suggested the use of a diaphragm to sharpen the image. Diaphragm, ito yung nag-a-adjust sa lens, okay, para mas ma-sharpen niya yung image. Next one is Johann Schulz. He discovered that sunlight would blacken chalk treated with silver nitrate. Next one, Carl Wilhelm Scheele. He investigated the darkening of silver chloride by light. Ano nga ba itong darkening of silver chloride by light na sinasabi niya? Ang silver chloride kasi, classmate, pag na-expose siya sa sunlight, nagkakaroon ng reaction. Ngayon yung reaction na yun, ginamit siya sa photography, specifically in black and white photography. Kasi doon meron dong silver ions na very sensitive to light. Kaya nga sabi dito, he is one of the most important development in regard to sensitized materials. Next one is Joseph Nice Fornipse made the first successful invention of photograph. This happened in 1825 at Paris, wherein he used a sliding wooden box camera created by the Chevalier brother. Kaya he is also known as impliedly the father of photography. Take note of the word impliedly. Next one is Louis Jacques Marde de Guerre. He revealed a successful process of developing photographs called as daguerreotypes. Ano nga ba itong daguerreotypes na to? Itong daguerreotypes na to, it is creating a highly detailed image, okay, with the use of direct positive process, okay. And in here, ginagawa to in a very careful way, okay. It requires a great care when doing a daguerreotypes. Next one is William Henry Fox Talbot, the man wherein yung sinulatan ni Sir John Herschel ng letter, kaya na-coined yung word na photography. Ang contribution na to is he developed the first practical process producing and the process called calotype or the talbotype. Ano nga ba tong calotype or the talbotype? Okay, kung sa daguerreotypes, ang ginagamit dun is direct positive process. Dito naman sa calotype or talbotype, ang ginagamit dito ay paper negative, okay, wherein it makes it softer and less sharp than the daguerreotype. And also, kaya siya tinawag na practical process kasi dito sa calotype or talbotype, you can produce multiple images, okay. Next one is Abel Nipse de Saint Victor, blood related to Nipse, coated a glass plate with albumen which held the chemical faster. Ano nga ba tong albumen na tinatawag nito? This is the white part of the egg, okay, wherein he believed that it held the chemical faster. Next one is Frederick Scott Archer. He introduced wet collodion, the process to hold silver compounds or glass, and made faster reaction, okay. Kung dun sa una, si Sir Abel, ang ginamit niya is the white part of the egg or the albumen. Dito naman, he used a chemical called the collodion, okay, to make the reaction faster. Next one is Sir Richard Leach Maddox. He invented the first practical dry place negative process using gelatin instead of collodion to bind silver halides, wherein this happened in England. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, ang invention and discoveries ng tatlong to, si Sir Abel, si Frederick Scott Archer, at si Richard Leakes Maddox, okay, nagfo-focus siya sa faster processes of photography. Okay, ang pinagkaiba lang nila is they use different materials to do it. Si Sir Abel, ang ginamit niya ay albumen, tapos si Sir Frederick naman, ang ginamit niya ay chemical, which is collodion. Dito naman si Sir Richard Leakes Maddox, ang ginamit naman niya is gelatin for faster reaction. Next one is Geronimo Cardano, an Italian who fitted a biconvex lens to the camera obscura in 1550. Next one is William Abney, invented copper bromide silver nitrate intensification and introduced hydroquinone. Okay, ano nga ba ang hydroquinone? Hydroquinone, this is clean working and non-staining compound, kaya this is one of the essential compound in the development of photograph. Okay, next one is Thomas Sutton. He patented the first single lens reflex camera, or also called as the SLR. Next one is Dr. Harold Edgerton, an American scientist who developed the instant film and his Polaroid land camera. Ano nga bang Polaroid land camera? Polaroid land camera, okay, ito yung camera na wherein pag nag-take ka ng pictures, automatically or instantly ilalabas nyo yung product. Okay, meron dun sa baba niya, may parang butas dun na pa-straight, tapos dun niya ilalabas yung photograph, kaya tinawag siya na instant film. Okay, next one is George Eastman. He produced the first transparent and variable film support in the form of ribbons of cellulose nitrate. So kung nakikita nyo yung PowerPoint, yung katabi niya, those are called the ribbons of cellulose nitrate. Next one is James Clerk Maxwell used an additive color process, the first successful color photograph, okay, in the history of photography. Alfred Stieglitz, American photographer and a modern art promoter who was dubbed as the father of modern photography. Kung yung sa kanila, he is implied as the father of photography. Ito naman, he is dubbed as the father of modern photography. Okay, he is one of the most important personality in the development of photography. Okay, in 1990 they created the DC-S100, a digital camera housed in a modified Nikon SLR body. Was introduced by Kodak, and this is the first digital camera designed as a full professional system. Yan, that's how it looks, the Kodak DC-S100. Next one is Casio QV10, first consumer camera with LCD. Okay, yan, kung nakikita nyo sa picture, it has a LCD already. And lastly, Kodak DC-25, the first camera to have compact flash. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something. Have a good day and God bless. Okay, if you have questions, just feel free to message me. Thank you, and that's all.